There is a way of seeing that goes beyond your physical eyes. It is the kind of vision that brings clarity, peace, and understanding. This is what we call spiritual sight, the ability to perceive the truth of life, the deeper meaning behind your experiences, and the divine love that is always present. Many people walk through life feeling disconnected, lost, or unsure of their path. They look around and see only problems, struggles, and uncertainty. But this is because they have been taught to rely only on what is visible, on what the world shows them at the surface. The real truth, the wisdom of the universe, is something that can only be seen when you look with your heart. Your mind may have told you that if you cannot see something, it is not real. But consider love. You cannot touch it, yet you feel it. You cannot measure it, yet you know when it is there. The same is true of spiritual sight. It is an inner knowing, a deep sense of trust, a certainty that life is always guiding you toward your highest good. This is not about predicting the future or controlling everything. It is about seeing with clarity, recognizing the lessons in every experience, and trusting that the universe is always on your side. Many times people become so focused on what they lack, on what is not going right, that they forget to open their spiritual eyes. They forget to see the blessings that surround them, the love that is available, and the possibilities that exist. They become trapped in a fog of fear and doubt, unable to recognize the opportunities that life presents. But no matter how clouded your vision may feel right now, you can always choose to see with new eyes. You can shift your perception, clear away the illusions, and step into a place of deep understanding. Take a deep breath. Right now, in this moment, say to yourself, I am open to seeing with the eyes of love. The universe reveals its wisdom to me. Let these words settle into your heart. Feel them guiding you toward a new way of seeing. Spiritual sight is always available. It is not something you have to force or struggle to find. It is something you allow. It is a gentle opening, a quiet awareness, a willingness to trust that there is more to life than what meets the eye. There is a reason why two people can look at the same situation and see completely different things. One person may see a problem, while another sees an opportunity. One may see loss, while another sees growth. This is because perception is not just about what the eyes see. It is about how the mind and heart interpret the world. Spiritual sight allows you to go beyond the surface, beyond appearances, and into the truth. Think of the sky on a cloudy day. If you did not know better, you might believe that the sun has disappeared. But the sun is always there, shining behind the clouds. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it is gone. This is how life works. The truth is always present, even when circumstances seem difficult, even when fear tries to block your vision. When you learn to see with spiritual sight, you recognize that behind every challenge, there is a lesson. Behind every loss, there is something new waiting to be born. Behind every closed door, there is another path opening. Spiritual sight does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that pain does not exist. It means looking deeper, beyond the immediate situation, and trusting that everything is unfolding for your highest good. It means choosing to see love instead of fear, possibilities instead of obstacles, and divine order instead of chaos. It is about training your mind to recognize that no matter what happens, you are supported, guided, and deeply loved by the universe. Some people believe that spiritual sight is something only a few special individuals have, but this is not true. Everyone has this ability. It is part of who you are. But just like a muscle that has not been used for a long time, it must be strengthened. This is why it is so important to be mindful of your thoughts. What you focus on expands. If you focus on fear, fear grows. If you focus on love, love grows. Right now, in this moment, say to yourself, my inner vision is clear. I see my life unfolding in divine perfection. Let these words guide you into a state of trust. Even if you do not fully believe them yet, repeat them. Let them become part of your daily practice. The more you affirm your ability to see clearly, the more your perception shifts. The more you choose love over fear, the more life begins to reflect that love back to you. Your spiritual sight is like a window. If the window is covered in dust and dirt, the light cannot shine through. The world outside is still there, but your ability to see it is blocked. This dust and dirt come from years of fear, doubt, and painful experiences that have clouded your perception. The good news is that you can always clean the window. You can always clear away the layers that prevent you from seeing the truth. One of the biggest blocks to spiritual sight is the pain of the past. When you have been hurt, it is natural to build walls to protect yourself. But these walls do not just keep pain out, they also keep love out. They prevent you from seeing new possibilities, from trusting life, from embracing the good that is waiting for you. Forgiveness is the key to clearing your vision. This does not mean excusing the actions of others or pretending that certain events did not happen. It means choosing to release the burden of carrying that pain. It means choosing to see yourself as free. Think of a heavy bag filled with stones. If you carry this bag everywhere you go, you will feel tired, drained, and weighed down. But the moment you decide to set it down, you feel lighter. You feel free. This is what forgiveness does. It removes the weight that blocks your ability to see life clearly. It opens your eyes to new possibilities. It allows you to step forward without the heaviness of the past pulling you back. Take a deep breath. Imagine yourself setting down the weight of past hurts. Imagine your heart becoming lighter, your mind becoming clearer. Say to yourself, I release the past with love. My vision is restored to divine clarity. Let this affirmation become a part of your healing. Let it remind you that you are not meant to carry pain forever. You are meant to see life with fresh eyes, with hope, with trust. Another block to spiritual sight is self-doubt. When you do not believe in yourself, when you question your worth, when you tell yourself that you are not good enough, it creates a fog that blurs your vision. But this fog is not real. It is simply a habit of thought, a pattern that can be changed. The truth is, you are already enough. You are already worthy. You do not need to earn love or prove your value. You are valuable simply because you exist. Begin to tell yourself a new story. Begin to see yourself as the divine being that you are. Affirm, I choose to see myself with love and compassion. My spiritual sight is clear. Say these words with conviction. Say them every morning. Say them every time doubt creeps in. Let them be your new truth. As you do this, you will begin to see yourself differently. You will begin to see life differently. And most importantly, you will begin to trust in the divine wisdom that is always guiding you. Your thoughts are not just passing ideas. They are powerful forces that shape how you see the world, how you feel, and even how your body responds. Every thought you think creates an energy, and that energy influences your emotions, your actions, and your experience of life. When you fill your mind with love, trust, and positive expectation, your entire reality shifts. But when you allow fear, doubt, and negativity to take over, your world becomes heavy, uncertain, and difficult. Think of your mind like a garden. Every thought you have is like a seed. When you plant seeds of love, gratitude, and confidence, your life blossoms with joy and abundance. But if you plant seeds of fear, resentment, or self-doubt, they grow into weeds that take over your garden, blocking out the sunlight and suffocating the beauty that wants to bloom. The good news is that you are the gardener. You have the power to choose what you plant in your mind. You have the power to remove the weeds and make space for the thoughts that serve you. Your body is always listening to your mind. It responds to the messages you send it. When you think loving thoughts, your body relaxes, your energy flows freely, and you feel strong and healthy. But when you constantly criticize yourself, worry about the future, or hold on to past hurts, your body tightens, stress builds up, and you feel drained. Every cell in your body is affected by the energy of your thoughts. This is why it is so important to choose thoughts that support you, thoughts that uplift you, thoughts that bring peace. Say to yourself right now, I choose to see my world with love. I trust the divine plan unfolding before me. Feel the truth of these words. Let them settle into your heart. When you wake up each morning, start your day with a thought that nourishes you. Before you go to sleep, end your day with a thought that comforts you. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And soon, you will notice that your world looks brighter, lighter, and filled with possibilities. There is a simple but powerful practice that can transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. It is called mirror work, and it is one of the most healing tools you can use. Every day, you look into a mirror to check your appearance. But how often do you really see yourself? How often do you look into your own eyes with love and kindness? Most people look in the mirror and immediately find something to criticize. They focus on flaws, on things they wish were different, on imperfections that no one else even notices. This habit creates a cycle of self-doubt and unworthiness, blocking you from seeing your true beauty, your true power, and your divine essence. But what if instead you used the mirror as a place of healing? What if you stood in front of it, looked into your own eyes, and spoke words of love? Imagine how your life would change if, every time you saw your reflection, you reminded yourself of your worth, your strength, and your ability to create a beautiful life. Mirror work is not just about building confidence, it is about clearing away years of negative programming and replacing it with love. Try this. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your eyes and say, I see you, you are loved, you are safe. It may feel uncomfortable at first. You may even feel resistance or emotions may rise to the surface. That is okay. That is part of the healing. Keep going. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love deeply. Tell yourself, I accept you exactly as you are. Tell yourself, I am worthy of love. This practice rewires your mind. It teaches you to see yourself differently, to replace self-criticism with self-acceptance, and to recognize that you are already enough. The more you do this, the more natural it becomes. Soon, you will notice a shift in how you feel about yourself. You will walk taller, smile more, and trust yourself more deeply. Your spiritual sight will sharpen because when you see yourself with love, you also begin to see the world with love. Say this affirmation with me now. I see myself with love and compassion. I am a reflection of divine light. Let it settle in your heart. Let it become your truth. Spiritual sight is not something you turn on and off. It is not just for moments of meditation or deep reflection. It is a way of living, a way of moving through the world with an open heart, an open mind, and a deep trust in the divine order of life. Every single moment is an opportunity to see with spiritual awareness. Every conversation, every experience, every challenge is a chance to recognize the presence of love, the wisdom of the universe, and the lessons that are unfolding for you. One of the simplest ways to stay connected to your spiritual sight is through gratitude. When you focus on what you are thankful for, you train your mind to see abundance instead of lack, blessings instead of burdens. Gratitude shifts your perspective instantly. It takes you out of fear and into love. It reminds you that no matter what is happening, there is always something good, something beautiful, something to appreciate. Start each day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. They do not have to be big. Even something as simple as the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, or the feeling of a soft blanket can bring you into a state of appreciation. Another way to live with spiritual awareness is to practice deep listening. Often people listen only to respond. They are thinking about what they want to say next, rather than truly hearing what is being shared. But when you listen with your whole being, when you give someone your full presence, you begin to see them with different eyes. You recognize their struggles, their fears, their hopes. You see beyond their words into their heart. This kind of listening deepens your relationships and strengthens your connection to the world around you. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool. So many people rush through life, caught up in endless to-do lists and distractions. But when you slow down and become fully present in each moment, life reveals its beauty to you. The taste of your food, the feeling of the breeze on your skin, the colors of the sky, these simple things become extraordinary when you truly pay attention. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Notice how your body feels. Become aware of this moment. You are alive. You are here. You are connected to everything. Say this affirmation with me. I walk through life with clarity and grace. Every moment reveals a gift. Let this be your guiding thought. Let it remind you that life is always speaking to you, always showing you the way, always surrounding you with love. When you choose to see the world with spiritual sight, everything changes. You move through life with trust. You recognize the divine in all things. And most importantly, you remember that you are never alone. The universe is always guiding you, always supporting you, always illuminating your path. There is a voice inside you that is always guiding you. It speaks in whispers, in feelings, in quiet nudges that point you toward the right path. This is your inner wisdom, your direct connection to the universe. But many people struggle to hear it because they are surrounded by noise. The noise of the world, the noise of fear, the noise of self-doubt. When your mind is filled with worry, When you are constantly looking outside yourself for answers, it becomes difficult to recognize the messages that are already within you. Think of a still lake. When the water is calm, you can see clearly to the bottom. But when the surface is disturbed, when ripples and waves appear, everything becomes unclear. The same is true for your mind. When it is filled with distractions and doubts, your inner guidance feels distant. But when you quiet your thoughts, when you allow yourself to be still, clarity comes effortlessly. Answers appear. Truth reveals itself. Your intuition is always speaking to you. Sometimes it comes as a sudden knowing, a deep feeling that you just know something without logical explanation. Sometimes it is a repeated thought, an idea that keeps coming back to you no matter how much you try to ignore it. And sometimes it speaks through signs, things that catch your attention at just the right moment. Words you hear from a stranger, numbers that seem to follow you, or a message in a book that feels like it was written just for you. The more you trust your inner wisdom, the stronger it becomes. The more you listen, the clearer the messages will be. Right now, take a deep breath. Say to yourself, I trust my inner wisdom. The universe speaks to me in perfect ways. Let this affirmation become part of you. Let it remind you that you are never lost, never alone. The answers you seek are already within you. You only need to be still and listen. One of the greatest struggles people face is the need to control everything. The mind believes that if it plans enough, worries enough, or holds on tightly enough, things will work out exactly as expected. But life does not work this way. The more you try to force things, the more resistance you create. The more you cling to specific outcomes, the more frustration you experience. True peace comes when you learn to let go, to surrender, to trust that the universe knows exactly what it is doing. Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you squeeze it tightly, trying to hold onto every grain, most of it slips through your fingers. But if you hold your hand open, allowing the sand to rest gently in your palm, it stays with ease. This is how life works. The moment you release control, the moment you stop forcing things to happen your way, everything begins to flow. Opportunities appear, solutions unfold. The right people, the right situations, the right timing, all of it falls into place naturally. Letting go does not mean giving up. It does not mean you stop caring or stop taking action. It means you trust that after you have done your part, the universe will handle the rest. It means you stop struggling, stop overthinking, stop doubting. You allow life to unfold as it is meant to. Right now, take a deep breath and say, I release my worries and embrace divine guidance. I am safe. Feel the relief of letting go. Feel the freedom that comes when you trust. You do not have to have all the answers right now. You do not have to control everything. The universe has already arranged everything for your highest good. Your only job is to trust and allow. Every single day you have a choice. You can see life through the eyes of fear, or you can see it through the eyes of love. You can focus on limitations, or you can focus on possibilities. You can hold on to the past, or you can open yourself to the beauty of the present moment. When you choose to see with spiritual sight, everything changes. Life is always offering you new opportunities, new perspectives, new ways of understanding. But if you are stuck in old ways of thinking, if you are holding on to outdated beliefs, you will not see them. This is why it is so important to keep your mind open, to allow yourself to grow, to be willing to see things differently. Think of a closed book. No matter how many words of wisdom are inside, no matter how much knowledge is waiting to be discovered, you cannot access it unless you open the pages. The same is true for life. If you keep your mind closed, if you refuse to see beyond what you have always known, you will miss the guidance, the blessings, and the miracles that are all around you. But when you open your heart, when you allow yourself to see in a new way, life reveals its magic. Right now, say to yourself, I am open, I am clear, I am guided. Life is unfolding in perfect harmony. Feel the power of these words. Let them expand your vision. Let them remind you that every moment is a new beginning, a new chance to see, to understand, to grow. Spiritual sight is not something you gain once and then keep forever. It is a practice, a daily choice, a way of living. There will be days when your vision feels clear, when you see beauty and possibility everywhere. And there will be days when the clouds return, when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take over. This is part of the journey. The key is to return, again and again, to what you know is true. Return to gratitude, return to love, return to the stillness within you. When you find yourself caught in worry, pause, breathe. Remind yourself, I am guided, I am safe, I see with the eyes of love. When challenges arise, do not ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? Shift your perspective. Look beyond the surface. Trust that even when things do not go as planned, they are still unfolding for your highest good. Your spiritual sight is always available to you. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The more you trust it, the more clearly you will see. You are never alone on this journey. The universe is always guiding you, always supporting you, always showing you the way. Take one last deep breath. Feel the love that surrounds you, the wisdom that flows through you, the clarity that is awakening within you. Say this final affirmation with me. I am a divine being. I see my life with love, wisdom, and infinite possibility. Carry these words with you. Let them shape the way you see yourself, the way you see others, the way you see the world. And remember, every moment is a chance to see with new eyes, to step into the light, and to embrace the infinite beauty of life.